Ladies and gentlemen, long have we waited, etc., etc. It is time for SFTe-sports versus the Weeha stack, Midorfeed, or whatever they call themselves now. I have no idea. They're up on the Radiant side, SFT on the Dire. Or the other way around. Like, yeah, no, that sounds about right. I get a little bit confused, but it's somehow because on the drafting screen, the bottom side is Dire, but on the map, the top side is Dire, or the top right side. But yeah, anyway. We're here with the finals of the Starlight I-League Invitational Open Qualifiers. That means this is one best of 3 to decide which one of these teams will make it up to the regional qualifiers and which one will not. It's as simple as that. And not much else to say about the stakes here. My name is DragonDrop. Happy to bring you this game. And we see these kind of heroes. I don't think you've seen them today here in the 2 games that we had earlier. We had watching Tuho versus the Wii stack, and Tuho kind of being taken apart bit by bit. Very little weaknesses here that we could see on the side of the, that particular team. So very good shot here. On the other side, SFTe-sports. I've seen them play too. They've had some good results. They dropped down in that game number 1 against Let's Do It in the Well-Play Invitational, but that was a very hard-fought series, and they 2-0'd Mousesports quite handily in the lower brackets. So do that what you will. It's the same Mousesports squad that when they were at Finham made it to the finals of the Boston Major. So there's some skill on these on this team as well. Should be a good series. Venom wants a Lich. Very classic opening here. Oracle early. Picked in the first phase. They picked the same here earlier as well. It proved to be quite useful up against Necrophos from Tuho. And a bunch of other stuff. He still has that saving capability that he's so famed for. But other than that, he's kind of been phased out as a go-to pick. And if he's picked up, he's normally picked up as a counter to like a bad ride or something if there's no Legion Commander available, if it doesn't fit into the draft. But the Wii stack, using it a little bit more, they're a little bit more confident in their Oracle picks by the looks of it. Otherwise, there's no reason really why you would pick it up in the first phase. It does obscure a couple of the other cores, obviously. Night Stalker will most likely be in that 4 position, so still looking for the 1, 2, and 3 roles. The SFTe-sports, they don't have a lot to go on. They have to work with what they have themselves. Venoman's a pretty strong carry. He has a couple of roles. You can also leave him alone. The Lich can stabilize the mid or the off lane very nicely. And very good 5 position support in that regard, just on the back of the sacrifice. And yeah, after that, the world's your oyster. You only have a shit ton of magic damage here from the Venomancer, so what you need then is no more control. To make sure he actually stays alive, because Night Stalker can run him down. He might give up his own life for it, unless the silence lasts long enough for him to bring down a Venomancer with some extra help on his own side. But there's already plenty of possibilities in that regard.
Radiant team pick.
Spirit Breaker.
Spirit Breaker. Alright, I like it. I really like it. They play that in their series. I want to say I've seen them played before, but that might just be mind playing tricks on me. Played some interesting heroes, especially Thompson. He's impressed. He's impressed me in a number of heroes, including the Invoker actually that the Wii stack run earlier, and also the Emerald Spirit, kind of a bit of a more of a classic. All right, no spamming, please.
5 seconds.
Brewmaster, we're gonna see this one again. So Wii and his stack. Kazuo was taking that to the offlane last time around. So I'm gonna look to meet SFTe-sports head on. And that's what I'm getting from this. You have Oracle as a safety, you have Night Stalkers, who's gonna want to be aggressive during night times, and then you have the Brewmaster, who is the teamfight hero, period. The SFT esports are gonna have to try and find ways to play around it. That Spirit Breaker might not have as much freedom as you might want, especially once again during the night times. If the Night Stalker gets up his early levels, he's going to be looking for these heroes, for the Venomancers, the Lich, the Invoker even as well, who, as I said before, is one of these heroes that Thompson actually plays extremely well. So I'm looking forward to this one now. Also perhaps taking it away from Cancer. You're gonna play now. So up against the Invoker, there's a few heroes that do decently. Bloodseeker would come to mind actually. Wouldn't be the worst this game, I don't think. Want to go super defensive and heavy on the physical damage in the later parts of the game. We could go Sniper. OD perhaps, but he's quite susceptible to Spirit Breaker ganks, I think. Take some time to think about it now. They still need a mid, they still need a safe laner. All safe lanes go. They don't have last pick going into this, so might as well pick him mid now since you already see the matchup anyway. At the same time, Invoker, very rare that he's not played mid, but it is not completely outside of the realm of possibilities. It could still be a Venomancer mid, depending on the kind of matchup, so I'm sure that Saxa's thinking about that right now as well. Just find a good hero that can that has a good matchup, but also doesn't get killed by Venomancer too easily later down the line, or Spirit Breaker for that matter, and Anti-Mage. Alright. Interesting one. Safe lane, obviously. Oracle, able to babysit him somewhat, but it's
10 seconds remaining.
not against Spirit Breaker, Lich, and Venomancer. If that's going to be an offlane trio, then it could be potentially very, very deadly. Because Oracle, yeah, he's alright against solo targets in the offlane, it's like, or just as a lane support. Night Stalker, more or less useful level 1 apart from his tanking potential. I definitely do see Anti-Mage be vulnerable here. So if SFTe-sports pick up another safe laner, or an offlaner that can also work well with the Lich and Spirit Breaker, something like perhaps even a Darkseer. Not the craziest combo. The only stun combo that you have with the Vacuum Wall would be the Invoker, which, don't get me wrong, it's super amazing if you can land it, but it's maybe not as reliable as something like a Blink Crush from a starter or something like that, or Sven stun even. What you then also would have is the Spirit Breaker charge through, perhaps, as an option.
5 seconds remaining.
So, you can sort of see that at the same time, Anti-Mage is one of the heroes that can sort of deal with Darkseer alone early on, but again, Spirit Breaker and Lich, those two end up putting on a lot of pressure on Anti-Mage. I can't really see the WeStack be able to deal with that early on. Oracle's just too weak for that.
10 seconds remaining.
Something worth exploiting, especially considering, once again, you have an Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
Eagle's Exhort, you will have that that extra covering fire, the long range artillery from Sunstrike. He's gonna have to deal with a puck in the lane though. Good matchup for a puck. In most cases. Also decent against the Spirit Breaker, unless the face shift is already forced out. You'll always be able to avoid the stun.
10 seconds.
If he then doesn't get insta-bashed, he should be absolutely fine.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, last pick of SFT. So once again, I expect a hero that can either be aggressive in the offlane, or a hero that can hold his own in the safe lane and take the place of the Venomancer. I think this, I think WeStack are just asking for this anti-mage lane to be exploited. What's it gonna be? Draw Ranger. Okay. Not exactly what I expected. Can sort of work aggressively. with these heroes. Does give that extra bit of damage to the Venomancer, the Lich, and the Invoker too, so helping out tops in the mid on that. So it might be just a straight up dual lane up top with Nick and Pex too, unless he's needed bottom. And he is. Kezu up against Illidan is just going to be able to walk up, so they need to address that. Unless, once again, if they want to go aggressive with these three heroes, put the Venomancer safe lane against the Brewmaster, that could be fine as well. So we'll see what they decide. This is game number 1 in a best of 3 series. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The winner of this entire series will move on to the regional qualifiers of the Starlight I-League EU Starlight I-League Invitational regional qualifier. Yeah, you know what I mean. This is the end of the open qualifiers, end of the road for one of these teams, and the start of a new road for the other. Alright. Press all the right buttons. Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
We've all seen the Wii Stack do some great things in the last series against Tuho. But no disrespect to them, but I feel like SFTe-sports, they've, as I said before, they've had some good results already.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they definitely have the skills to pay the bills. Pexu gets caught out, unfortunately, here in this early TP. You can't place that ward. He did see Saxa, though, with one of his own, so with a bit of luck, they might be able to de-ward this one. At the same time, that's not the most common spot. Normally it's here, even up here, but if they choose to try and de-ward in this area, then they'll find it regardless. This ward also not exactly too common, but we'll keep an eye on the middle lane. Especially for Spirit Break rotations from the jungle area.
30 seconds to battle.
Something that you still have to worry about as a puck. Again, once you have phase shift, you can sort of dodge it for a little bit, but you also want to use it frequently to dodge right clicks and whatnot from the Invoker. So, really depends on the timing. But it's gonna be Illidan up top. Again, I don't imagine he would have the easiest lane up against a Brewmaster who already got boots. So Kezu will just be able to walk up and really beat the crap out of Illidan. Gonna be down to, what the hell? Just one body blocking. It's gonna be up to the Spirit Breaker to try and tank some of the damage. He does have good armor himself as well as the Boomer shield. So that should help out. It should give him the edge in that fight. Especially with the long range plink from Illidan, so we'll be able to make this work. At the same time, Illidan, if he gets spammed down with this freaking drunken haze all the time, not gonna have an easy time last hitting. Is the other thing. That's not something that Spirit Breaker can really avoid. And what it also does is keep Spirit Break up there in the top lane, which it means less pressure in mid. Since it's a 2v1 right now, Thompson has to deal with Weeha and Cancel trying to annoy him. And also means less kill potential on bottom. Nice interruption here as well from Timada. Linking in to grab the creep wave, prevent the side pull. And make sure Saxa can connect the pulls, so all around good equilibrium control against these two heroes. Yeah, Thompson, it's something that he did the other day as well. He played Evoker, I believe. Not even going Exotic, he's going quad spikes. It's an old school build, but it does have its merits. Having these earlier points into the Tornado EMP can make a huge difference, especially when you're managing to catch someone like a puck with it. Once again, it's not easy with a phase shift. But more importantly, up against the anti-mage, if you burn away his mana, obviously he can't blink. And then he's a sitting duck. Something to look out for. Yeah, it does also make sense considering that the Spirit Breaker is not roaming around and charging people and trying to get kills, where a Sunstrike would be useful. We are. Sitting on the edge of the right click range. Forcing enough of a reaction out of Thompson. Threatening him here so that he can't actually contest cancel under his own tower. Because if he does, if he walks across the river, he's just gonna get gone on and tank way too much damage. But now, I'm trying to turn this around again. Night Stalker is pretty damn tanky. The bash is primed though. ST. Good plays there. And as much as speed of first blood with a couple of right clicks and the cold snap, and it is before I can get it to the Roche. But Thompson makes it happen once again. Bottom lane at the same time. I'm trying to knock him out as well, but he does have the blink available. Daxa doing his thing, stacking, floating, picking up bounty runes. Every single level that Venomancer gets is just gonna mean more pressure on the Sentimage, and also a pressure that Saxo can only do a limited amount about. That's the thing. I mean, if he goes too far forward, he'll just die himself, right? Being level 2. I'm just gonna have to take that on the chin. Meanwhile, Thompson still fighting up against cancel. Not a cold snap here. Spaceship dodges one. Second hit misses up high ground. Oh, that might have been it. Maybe. That hit landed. I don't know. Hard to say, but SFT with a good start so far. Keeping off the pressure. Anti-mage only 11 last hits. At the same time, only 13 on Illidan. Once again, that's the effect of the Drunken Haze. One thing that's not really working out for them. Casually, they have no way of really shutting him down. Especially without the Sunstrike to help out. Just way too tanky. Now another charge. I even get the haste rune here, so if he gets bashed now, it's gonna do a shit ton of damage. But Timato? No, Thompson. Sorry. Thompson chased away by cancel, so he couldn't really provide any sort of follow-up. He had a bash prime there. Might have been another death on a Night Stalker just as nighttime hits. It's not ideal. As it stands, he is level 3. So 2 points up on a void. Very well scaling. 10 mana extra for 70 extra damage. Illidan doesn't want to be a recipient of that, so he has to play a lot more defensively right now. Very interesting to see. At the very least, cancel was just crushing tops in terms of CS. Charge, alright. I need to try and help out a little as we just go straight in. And they turn things around. I think Illidan has to go on the tower regardless. We does not have enough mana for another void, and that's just his luck. Now he's in trouble. There's a bash. STST setting it up. Close enough for the charge to come through. Now, okay, Thompson's going heavy on cancel. Is now tanking a tower shot. He's just forced to AWP away. Charge? Actually going on him. Well, probably not finish. That is. That's never really going to work out. But it's always good to just keep charging just for the vision. Top lane, gonna go again, Illidan. Keep an eye on him with the flyby, the Hunter and Knight. Charge, what status is ready to go. Already charging, or about to set up? Let's have Pexu here. The Frost Blast level 1. I don't know how to call it. Illidan doesn't read a rough spot. Nice silence though, trying to TP out and that'll be down. I forgot about a TP. Can I turn things around? He TP'd only to tier 1 tower, so the damage is a possibility. Paxu will be able to survive now. The bash? Is that enough space for Paxu to survive? Well, it's enough space for Kazu to die in exchange at least. What are we looking for? Weeha on the run. It is nighttime, so he does have that extra speed. Not enough mana for charge anyway, so... But still, good exchange. Ooh, cancel. I still have a DD rune, so that'll help in middle lane for sure. Thompson trying his best to keep up. Does have the face boots as you need. You go Quads Wex, that extra bit of damage. Well, if you go Quads Exalt, you just have brown boots and into eventually... That's what happens when he gets too greedy. Cancel. You just wanted to wait for the bottle, but got his DD rune denied, so hey. Nice up. Thompson's catching up, I think he still needs to go Midas. Top lane is going quite well. Illidan with his kill involvement. Should be ahead of the anti-mage, but no, not quite actually, but he's keeping up. Anti-mage, quite a few more CS, despite this pressure for the mana monster now. Now he gets charged up actually. Exu, forces the TP up top as the action is happening here. Kazu's going in deep together with Weehow, the ultimate committed, keeping up Lich up at the high ground. They'll give him enough time here to finish up the Drought Ranger. Not a whole lot else that they can do here. Just the effect of the first Brewmaster ultimate. Pexu might be next on the list. Yeah, enough slows, enough stuns. 2 heroes down. They did get the anti-mage at the same time. To charge through and I'll go for next hero. Cancels. Actually super low. This way to the shrine. This charge was not scouted out just yet. But there we go. Oh, perfectly timed here! The cold snap! Put the fear of God into him! Forcing out the phase shift, and then just as then at STST with the charge through, but now runs right into the loving arms of Weeha. Does have another charge, but will get silenced out. It is still nighttime, so it'll last forever. But attacking this is there at charge, just to keep him away from the safe strewn, and this should mean STST is home and host. Plays are being made. Nikwa, I haven't talked too much about him, but he's on the top of the CS chart, as well as almost a net worth here. If it wasn't for the kills on Thompson, he would be, but right. I'm gonna have a cast tomorrow morning as well. We'll see. Focusing on this one though. But yeah, Illidan, again, he's kind of being shut down. But I think they knew this was gonna happen. With the Brewmaster being as strong as he is. They need to play around him. Other than that, everything else is manageable. Thompson now ahead in terms of CS even, compared to the puck. The staff really said cancel back, so it's now it's going ham. But Cancel, he knows he cannot really continue this fight. He knows this is a Quas-Wex Invoker, so if Tornado EMP hits on him, he doesn't draw to the orb, he's just straight up dead out of mana. And he also doesn't necessarily know whether there's a charge coming at him again or not. And now STST already with the urn. Good time in this one. And this is where you want your Spirit Breaker to be. He charges again this time towards the Oracle. They saw this one coming with the ward, so he's walking away. STST will cancel. This is the time to keep going though, it is daytime. Night Stalker only level 4. Can make it night even if you wanted to. Time to put on more pressure, maybe even put Illidan into the jungle, have the Venomancer pressure top, and that's what they're doing. Illidan spamming wallets, setting up shop there. Setting up shop in the jungle while Nico is spamming the wards. Maxed out now, 3 points up on a poison sting. It's impossible to deal with. Period. You cannot farm these walls quick enough, especially not if you're a melee hero. Okay, so if worst comes to worst, you can always go into this primal split obviously, so it's not really killable. Let's see, force it out, or unless Thompson makes a rotation with Tornado EP, preventing him from having the mana to make that work, but so far he's clamped down, staked his claim in the middle lane. Let's see how defensively the we stack up have to play right now. Big set though to smoke up. Still a minute away from nighttime. So it's not a timing that SFT can easily expect. But yeah, Kazu does have enough stick charges to make the Primal Split work. There it is. Baiting Nico out a little bit. The stone flies, and he should die to this silence. So keep an eye on Saxa with the charge. See what's going on, but there's no way they can turn this around. Even did skill the ultimate now, just in an attempt if he could have gotten it off, but the silence. The night. He had level 6 before, so we had the nighttime available. Okay, do they really want to do this? Nope. Will be cancelled by call as well as the mini-stun from Weeha. STST trying to TP. Biting off a bit more than they can chew. Maybe it's just base creative for the bottom lane. Tomato will not die to this. Duked into the trees. Overring couldn't finish him off else. But yeah, this is very real danger for him continuing forward until he gets a Manta style as well. Power Ranger, especially if Illidan wants to go like the Shadow Blade route. The max out gust, Shadow Blade, you walk up, you gust, and then you kill him. Anti-mage, not necessarily known for having the most armor in the world. And he's still working on his Battle Fury, so he's still far away from having any sort of effective item to prevent him from dying to death. Nikwa though, well, also not the kind of hero that can easily survive this. Doesn't charge through. Hits a couple of people, but Venomancer can get a few spells off here. They all die, but as it stands, just probably have to settle for Weeha. Even the Bastions are there. Despite the ultimate fucking sucks, so it's only delaying the inevitable at this point. Now looking for another charge. Cancel. That's super low. Arthur as well. Base cow. Trying to go ham whenever he can. Tops now, he's the one making the rotation up top. Nikwa. All the items in the world queued up. Blink Dagger, the Veil, as well as the Aghanim Scepter. Oh, top lane, that is Kether. That's the downside. With AD you can take away his mana, but you don't actually have to damage he's a killer. We will with Cold Snap, but yeah, anyway. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, SCSD and Paxo down bottom. I'd be looking for Tomato here. I'm not sure if they can kill him. They don't really have that much lockdown unless you have like all the Bashes Prime. 20 seconds until the Nether Strike though. Ooh, Tomato, choke point jungling. Cancels out here though. There's a lot more scary than the anti-mage right now. Burst damage, trying to TP out. The ultimate is there to cancel it. They have to try and fight this. Nice charge. The ultimate will bounce once. The turn is around on the cancel, and the silence there just in time to bring him down. Cancel though was his ultimate. Already brought down the space cow. Now looking for Illidan. Paxu just a side casualty. We ultimate rotation. Thompson though with the EMP. Not gonna affect the Brewlings. So Illidan still going ham. Oh, still going down, I should say. And now Thompson, next on the list. He's out of mana himself now. But luckily fast enough on his feet to be able to make it out. But, that's not exactly the way that SFTe-sports wanted that to go down, I'm pretty sure. Keep going though, Thompson. About half mana. That is just a vision charge. Yep. Such a cool thing about Spirit Breaker. You can just charge across the map just for vision and then still decide. Alright, now now we can actually go in because it's a favorable situation.
I think not.
Oh. SFTe-sports still slightly ahead, but at this point doesn't really matter too much. Anti-mage still needs some time to farm though, this is the thing. He is halfway to his Battle Fury. He needs the rest of his team to create more space. It is still night time for another 40 seconds. You can then extend it for another 40. Would be more than enough time to finish up this tier 1 tower. Nikwa, he wants no part of this. Did up to 40 Midas, so he can actually afford all of these items that he's queued up. Veil, actually pretty close, I think. He wants to pick that up, he can. But it might just be looking for a Blink Dagger, because he needs to play defensively. We've seen how easy he can die. Just the silence and the slows and everything. So he needs to be able to stay in the background and blink in and use the poison over. Haven't seen one of those this game just yet, and that actually has the possibility to have an enormous impact. Yeah, he's opting for the Veil instead. It's gonna be a Blink Dagger eventually. Regardless. Probably before the axe too, I would.
Haste. I'll take that.
Meanwhile, Tomato doing tomato things. Bugs are babysitting him. Daytime, again, as I said, but Night Stalker does have the option to make it nighttime if he finds an opening there. So far, so quiet from both sides. Cancel, where is he at? There's a Veil of Zone. No upgraded boots. Also scraping by. Just looking for the Blink Dagger next. Into the Yules already queued up. And yeah, this is definitely a heals game. Just for the silence alone, you just need it. And also to try and dodge. Have an extra tool to dodge the EMP. Ops and then actually go for the Midas. This thing is for me, but yeah, he knows best, obviously. Does have the drums to work with the face. This is really old school build, but so far it's been working alright. Again, we still have yet to see the big team fight Nikwa. Get silenced up again before I can throw down the ultimate. Charge coming through will be cancelled, probably for the best. Another stone, big job, but it's under the tier 2 tower. Sure how much we don't want to commit here. With the storm, it's just about to expire now. So yeah. SFT limiting casualties right now. Waiting on the next round of items. And again, I want to take a fight with Venomancer is alive. Ideally after the Brewmaster ults, so you can also get all of that poison stuff on him. Ooh, charge and tomato. Got something here. Oh, it's the tornado off the mark though. Oh, cold snap? Not enough. The tornado lands, the intimate might very well just be dead. Tornado EMP, no more mana, the charge comes through, the cold snap. Missed opportunity, unfortunately. Thinking about Nikwa, another option for him would also be Yules, funnily enough. Let's try and dodge some of that. Because what kills the most is the silence here, the inability to even counterplay in the slightest bit. This is why they're not taking these fights, even in their own jungle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Blink almost done for the puck. Sorry, a bit of a lag there, but yeah, Blink almost done for the puck. Another 200 gold, Battle Fury has also been completed. It's anti-mage. The timer is starting right now. At some point SFTe-sports have to make a play. The problem is as well though, nighttime's about to hit. Right, proper night times. That is always a bit scary. Using your mana void to farm seems good. Have something on the courier? He does. That's towards a BKB, one would imagine he already has a Dragonlance, so just going full survival mode. I mean, his job right in this game is to provide that extra bit of damage. Also, one great thing that the Invoker has this game, despite not going Exort, he's still hitting for more than 200 damage because of the Straw Ranger. And this is the ace in the hole still. You put a Venom so once it's level 20, it's still a ways away. But yeah, with the plus 30% speed gain, synergizing so well with the Midas, it's not actually as far away as you might think. Gonna get there earlier than anyone else at the very least, and that's plus 75 damage as well. So SFT are not gonna lag for right click. The problem is, once again, they need to find an opening where they're the ones initiating. They tried a couple of times here with the vision charges turning to something else, but Casual? Bigger issue, but now it gets silenced up before he can ult. We are trying to turn this around. They're dropping everything they can on him. The tornado will miss, but it doesn't matter. It actually catches Weeha into the follow. This is exactly what I was talking about. They need to find the openings themselves instead of being initiated on. They need to find that silence. They need to prevent the Brew Master ultimate. And then they can take fights. Need to not lose Venomancer before the fight starts, and then they can do what they want. What they want right now is this Roshan. 3 ranged heroes bashing away at it with the draw aura. Nikwa making a 4th. Gonna be able to chew through this pretty damn quickly, which is some extra safety for Illidan. Region route even, that's going to the hands of STSC, who's tanking up that Roche, and now how far can they carry this momentum? Top lane being pushed out by Saxes, could be an opening, there's still tier 1 there. Some easy money lying out on the field. Swak. Charge coming across. I do see Kazu. If they can get him again, would be enormous, but no blink they could just yet on the Invoker.
Radiant are scanning.
Just that Orchid, but Orchid might just be what they need for Tomato. Link across, looking for minutes that they could really use a charge just for vision on him. Hobson, want to commit for it? This is so weird to see. I feel like they should be like killing. They should be exploiting the weaknesses of the anti-mage that he doesn't have any ways to deal with silence just yet.
The magic ends
Dire's
here.
bottom tower is
Or
under
at least they're gonna channel their efforts into a tier 2 tower push. Again, these buildings also fairly easy to bring down. If you have a Dragonlance run range who can outrange the tower. If you go on this, you have to deal with Nikwa dropping bombs, you have to deal with Spirit Breaker charging through, and not to mention Thompson. Now the silence, okay, blinks away. Tornado, ooh. Early zoning them out, making sure it's tier 2 falls. So, objective-based gaming.
has fallen.
What SFT is doing right now.
Dire's
Most exciting Dota, but it
is under
works.
attack.
And up top, anti-mage. Being charged up. They keep an eye on him, but it is only the Spirit Breakers. Nothing he can do. That's why you need Boots of Trouble level 2 on Invoker. Just go straight forward for that. Then TP onto the Spirit Breaker as he arrives. That'd be hilarious to see, but probably not gonna have that for a while. Once Tomato gets online though, he's gonna... he does have the potential to wreck faces. Especially against the Invoker. He needs a BKB here before long. Right now he's got Dragonlance himself. Xu with a medallion in the works. Just imagine Invoker without BKB. Low on mana because he casts a bunch of spells, it gets mana burned. That's a big bomb. And now top lane, Fire's coming out, the charge will be cancelled, the silence down Spirit Breaker, Nikwa pops the ultimate, catches Weeha. And of course the Broodlings that don't really care too much. Ultimato as well, so you can't actually continue the fight, especially with Tornado MP. Now they lift up tops in the air for a little bit, no casualties so far, another charge, cancelled again, ST will fall this time. A little bit too enthusiastic, we could say. But at the same time, hey, space created, they get the tower, so
Radiant's
what
top
gives?
tower has fallen.
Again, they don't lose the space cow. It's at some point that becomes an acceptable casualty if you get something out of it. Ideally, you want to have a killer too. But oh god, cancel! Oh, tornado! Almost. Silence from the Orchid as well as the thing will be cancelled though. Nice early Lotus Orb. Where's the Kazu? I would imagine. Yeah. Lotus Orb after blink. Really crucial. Illidan pops his BKB. Just to walk away. Oh, don't get baited in here. Illidan. Illidan? Illidan? You see everything that's going on, so it's... much of the bait, it's just bait, rebait. Ah, Suda did there? No, I didn't either.
Radiant are scanning.
But Illidan forcing reaction to go on him while the rest of his team is ready to counteract. Counter-react. I don't know, I'm getting tired, folks. We will get the tier 2 though for free.
Dire's middle tower is under
Don't lift to the latest any further.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And ours objectives kind of running low on the side of the Wii stack. All they got was a tier 1 mid and top. Tier 1 bottom is even still standing for the Dire side. And Thompson, with the Orchid, he can still go into hunting mode. Tomato does have the Manta Style now, so maybe not against him. Needs some extra help, charge. Gotta keep an eye on him. Maybe not. Just wish they would have gone and tried to find the Intimate earlier. Oh, the smoke. It's not quite in the best position to pop it just yet, but with the nighttime being popped, that's just as well as of a giveaway. From lane being pushed, cancel the only one showing. Yes. There's no way SFT don't know what's happening, so they smoke themselves, looking for the wraparound, and they find the right timing. Smoke cross from both sides. Can they find the Brewmaster? No, they can't find him in time. Paxu still being healed up at the shrine there. Fighting into shrine, never the good idea. Tops in the back, finds a gold time on Night Stalker, trying to walk away with him together with SCSC. They can't claim that kill. And now, Paxu is still alive here. Brewmaster desperately trying to bring him down, but he can't. Gonna lose another one of his brewings. He's gonna expire tune. The tornado slightly mistimed the side. Oh, he blinks back into it. Oh no! And the charge turning him around. Oh no! Gotta get silenced. Better blink away into the tornado. Feels bad, man. Top's up top though. Might be in trouble here. Blink, silence. He has no ways of actually protecting himself right now. The Mana Void too early. Ghost Walk comes out. Now the charge onto cancel. He's being slowed down. And can't get out of here. Saxa is in this. He can throw out a false promise to TP up to the shrine from Weeha as well. Dobson will be revealed now. The silence, cold snap. Oh, there it is. Saxa's ultimate puts a stop to this. Now STST. He's the one in trouble. Gonna be nuked down. Again, biting up a bit more than can shoot. Oh no. Both players popping down the water at the same time. Stance on Kenzo doesn't actually have his ultimate, so he'll still die to this. Oh, Willie, Saxa is there with Fate's Edict, but it's still gonna take out way too much damage there from Nikwa. Tornado. Just to zone him out, Saxa showing himself as he runs away. But SFT, once again, objective-based gaming, that's all they're looking for. All tier 2s have been taken care of. So now, next big task, be high ground, and that's probably gonna have to be aided by Roshan. He may respawn in 10 seconds, so we'll find out in a moment when exactly he'll come back.
Here.
Quick pause. Charge on anti-mage. Will they go through with it this time? He is alone, still a bit of a hard to kill these days with a Manta Style. Gonna try for it. Charge. Okay. That was a bash afterwards, wasn't it? And now cold snap silences everything. Well, that works. STST didn't even die this time. So there you go. Cold silence still effective if you already use the Manta Style, so that's a bit of a misplay at the same time. That bash was on point again. I think it was a normal bash, because the charge, or it might have been a charge actually, just hitting everything at the end there, just as he meant that.
Flesh sustains, gold remains.
Oh, sorry, just distracted by things I should be distracted by right now. Cancel. Vision charge more than likely. At the same time, I have some people on the way, not gonna get there in time to really help out. Not sure if he should actually do that. Oh, cancel. Going in deep here, way too deep. Nikwa gets a couple of spells off. Now cancel, silenced up. Has the ult to cancel that, but well. Follow-up silence, tornado. He's dead. So dead.
Nothing.
Well, What happens when you are too greedy. I'll just Spirit Breaker charge, I'll be fine, and then everyone else also shows up, tracking you down inside the trees. Now Puck not gonna be coming back for another 30 seconds, perhaps an opening. Especially if you can get another kill here, but the charge would have ended inside the base. This is way too deep, especially with the nighttime advantage. It's about the daytime though. Still, again, the ultimate available for Night Stalker. But still, overall, a better time for SFT to try and go for a high ground C. Roshan is back up. Looks like they're about to scout that out as well. Yeah, there it is. Could be the next play. Don't have a lot of aggressive vision down here though. They have this this one plague ward for 30 seconds. The Spirit Breaker with an Invisu. He's scouting up top. He's watching for the shrine. But they're all smoked up here. Doxa, we Kazu cancel. The one they're missing is Anti-Mage, but that's too late. Roshan has fallen. Smoke will be redirected. Oh, will it cancel? Showing itself. But this time, unable to really bring it down.
The magic ends here.
Hidden and Tomato right on top of each other. Oh. Should be all fine. This fight breaks out now. Brumas with his ultimate Nikwa. Oh god, he's in a lot of trouble. He might just straight up die here, and he does. Another nuke. BKB's come out. Illidan trying to find things right click. He's taking care of some of these Brewlings. Thompson, who was the one lifted up in the air, but now he's coming right back. The ultimate onto Saxa as he getting himself close into it. So far, only 2 casualties inside of the SFT. A shot through cancel, so he's dead. So is Saxa eventually. Now Illidan, good silence on absolutely everybody, but well. They're still running at him. Kezu doesn't even give a damn. Saxa, he's not even dead yet. SD is though. There's a disarm. They need more right clicks. They need more power. It's only Thompson left here. Illidan can't really go in too deep. Buyback from the Spirit Breaker. TPing to the shrine. You don't want to charge. You want to get 1, 2, 3 more kills if possible. Tornado. It's in a couple of people. Tomato looking for Thompson here, but he eats the cheese. He is fine. The bash on Saxa will finally finish him off. And now Kezu. Being slowed down, doesn't have the advantage of a blink. It isn't cancelled. We bash. Oh no, bash. Come on, STSD. Press the bash button, will you? I cost them about buyback, but at the very least they got a few counter kills there. They definitely needed to. Still fight in favor of the Radiant side, Tomato. A bit of extra gold off of that. He has the Lincoln Sphere and he has a Diffusal Blade queued up. Not sure about this one. That's like the Basher too, just now in his inventory. If he's just trolling, but not really a reason for him to go Diffusal Blade. We'll see. We stack. Not giving up without a fight. SFTe-sports having some issues really building on their lead. But they still have the Aegis, they use the cheese. But having to deal with an anti-mage that's getting stronger and stronger. Tomato, almost 23k. Where is that right now?
The magic ends here.
I'm gonna try and bait out Illidan. Don't smoke. They're grouping up as if they want to smoke. Venomata has the axe, the blink. Working by completed on Invoker. PSC with Midas of his own, so he can actually get some money. And Power Ranger Manta style as well. And 3k gold on the banners. SFTe-sports are getting the items. Right? Their advantage is that they have the network spread out across a couple of heroes. But what they really need is Nico's BKB, and yeah, he's flying it out right now. Nico has BKB, these fights should be going much better than they are, because he's being nuked down so quickly. All this magic damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Illidan. Be careful, you're all alone up here. But His luck is that they don't necessarily know that. They had Wii scouting out, but no wards or anything. No eyes on the rest of the SFT. Might have been stalked up right behind Elden, so don't go for the kill.
'Tis mine.
Back into this phase. Both teams jockeying for position. Trying to find a way in. That is still in favor of the Wii stack, as long as Aegis is still in play. Normally the Aegis team wants to be aggressive. They want to be able to win a team fight with it and ideally take down a tower, but all the lanes are pushed out so hard right now that it's really hard to do that, because you also don't really want to split up at nighttime. We'll start splitting up to push the lanes and get picked off by Cancel and but Cancel we are. Oh. That's what it is. Aegis is now reclaimed. BKB also online on Thompson. Next big item. All that stuff will help tremendously. Cancel, in particular, has been doing a lot of work on these fights. Also Night Stalker, and not to mention Brewmaster. I mean, he keeps lifting up one of them, and especially Thompson is necessary to really keep the control going. And now he's very close to max level right now. So it's not just Quartz Wax, he's also exhorts, so meatballs, sunstrikes, all of that. He does not have an Agno Scepter though, so needs a little bit more time to cycle through these spells, unfortunately. But still, team fights have been going long enough for him to be able to go through a full round if necessary. Yeah. Now moving up top, we are into Illidan again. This team is far behind them, but they're actually smoked up now. They're running, they're chasing. I have no idea where exactly they are. Radiant's scanning them out. This sentry wards. Countering out. They do know that there's vision here at the very least.
The magic ends here.
And the Wii stack know they know. I would be very surprised if something really comes off here. Both teams just way too apprehensive. No one wants to make a mistake. I mean, this is the finals. This is the series that they need to win to punch a ticket to the regional qualifiers. Next Roche, probably something I need to look at. 50 seconds until the possible respawn time hits.
I'll take that.
Until then, everyone just keeps farming. If everyone keeps farming, I want to say that actually benefits SFT, because Cancel, he's I would say he's having issues catching up, but he's sitting at 13k, 4.3k in the bank, so he's seeing all of these BKBs to realize he needs to go Axe. And he has enough money for it right now. He will not have buyback if he goes for it. But that's a consideration that they have to make right now as well. And actually strike them maybe. You need to, because if you lose a team fight right now with the lanes pushed the way they are on your side of the map without buyback against a draw ranger lineup, you're gonna lose your buildings. Right now, as it stands, DD on the Illidan. You'll be able to do some chip damage, but the wraparound is real. Is it? Well, they seem coming now. Thompson pop the BKB and it does, fighting up against Weeha. Meanwhile, up front here, they're controlling up the Brewmaster, but his ultimate will be guaranteed by Saxa. But BKB is running Saxa down now. 2 heroes for 1 as Lich falls. Now they're cleaning up through his Brewlings. He's just not as strong anymore. Just kill him in his ultimate. Why the hell not? Polar comes out without the BKB, so still holding on to buyback, but the other 3 heroes don't have it. This is at least 2 sets of racks. This could be Mega Creeps right now. Tomato, I just have an Abyssal Blade. He can sort of fight, maybe. But maybe not up against 4 heroes. Thompson just buying so much time with that Sunstrike too. Might have to go back to base and heal up for a couple of seconds. So it's gonna be the second Rex. I would be very surprised if it didn't go for top Rex, especially if they can catch cancel here as well. Link it back in, this arm comes through, the charge will connect, they bring him down. SFT will give up his own life for it, but what cost the silence on the anti-mage? He can't play against us, he will be brought down. Buyback available too. Puck already used his, now maybe they can clean up some more. SFT starting to run low on mana. It will not be mega creeps just yet. Oh, will it? SFT is still sticking around. I'm expecting them to just take it slow, but no, what? Yeah, keep going. Thompson, he doesn't give a damn. Has another BKB charge. It's controlling him up. Cold snap. Keeping Cancel back. Another buyback now. Finally forced out as the tier 3. The last remaining tier 3 goes down. Cancel gets the coil onto Thompson. The tornado on too. Go for the tornado cooldown. Oh, yeah, we didn't last for there. We saw earlier. He's getting brought down now, though. Ah, that mana void. So satisfying for Tomato. After his base is turned to dust. Only a range tracks now, standing between SFT and the victory here. Goes to show that while the timing of the anti-mage might be here, the timing of the Brewmaster is over. It just doesn't do as much damage anymore as he once did, and SFT, they have no issues just cleaning through his Brewlings. But I can invoke it, they can get Roche. Will respawn in a couple of seconds. I think they can't run high ground even with Invoke it down, because still all of these tier 2s they can get Illidan though. That would be good. Some help on the back, Kazu. 4 stuff back, charge through. And now the Abyss Blade on the right target here, despite the Mana Star, pops the BKB afterwards though. Be able to walk back, but yeah, this is all time. That's all they're looking for right now. Creep wave coming in only now. 20 seconds Stone Invoker comes back, so there's already the death push attempted by the Weeha stack? Maybe. I don't really see them winning against Mega Creeps. And just a matter of time, but yeah, they're not committing too heavily. They just can't. Because even if they broke high ground there, they could have only gotten them, the mid-racks, with the tier 2s still standing in the other lanes. And also didn't go for Roshan, they went for the tier 2 instead. So this is something, once again, for the 3rd time, going in the hands of SFT. Aegis and Shaze, Illidan and Thompson respectively. There should be a nail in the coffin really, I don't see any way out of this now. Unless Anti-Mage does some crazy shit. Basically need to catch Chops now without the BKB. It is running lower, 8 seconds. If we find a good Mana Void bomb on him, trying to set up for it. Surely. Oh, Mana Star off, cancel the mid. Tomato's going deep here, tries to find Thompson, but BKB comes out on time. Still some damage down here to Illidan. But he of course has the Aegis. This attempt did not cripple SFT. We won't back this. They find Saxa, chasing them all the way inside the base. Chasing them away from this last racks. Meanwhile, we are just sticking out and back. Sunstrike, off the mark. But the chart will finish him eventually. Or anything, maybe not. Cancel. Finish up Saxa, but now he sounds up. Brought down. STSD will take over. The bash. On the money. Needs another one though. Okay, meanwhile in the back, let's look at this. Tomato actually finds the Invoker, so now or never. The next one on the list, he will come back. Invoke the cheese, he didn't get a chance to eat it. Ooh, Tomato. He wants Illidan. He so wants him. Where's the bash? Come on, come on. Oh, stunned up. Sad. Very sad. They're all dead. God will come back. I think it was dead. Illidan will not be able to make his way out of this one, I wager. Say that though. He's duking and driving. Does have another 4 stuff available, but yeah, he's dead. Took him some time, but he's dead. Triple kill. But at what cost? He forced dead. The entire base consists of the Ancient and nothing more. Oh no.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Some of the catapults too.
Radiant's
Good question whether they can actually defend this without Tomato, and it's very rough indeed. Tomato's not even going mad. There's still these 2 siege creeps. They need to take care of these. 3 siege creeps. We are just gonna die to mega creeps. This is where we're at right now. There it is, Tomato. Finally coming back. The hero that they need. Put the throne down to 2k health points. I mean, he did end up going for the Fusel Blade. He had it queued up and he wasn't kidding. Not sure if any other items would have really made a difference here, but it is an odd item on an anti-mage. Kind of unintuitive, but I guess it does help out. It wasn't just for slows and whatnot. But yeah. SFT at this point, I'm pretty sure they can just BKB and hit the ancient and win the game. I don't know why they don't just call GG here. And I know the game's not over until the ancient explodes, but this is the kind of mega creep comeback that seems extremely unlikely. Especially if the cancel gets caught out here. 5x status. Yeah. Don't cooldown for him. Brewmaster has it. That's about it.
Invisibility.
Alright, Thompson. What are you gonna do? Sticking around, trying to constrict the map. Just playing textbook Dota. Again, the mark of a good team, just don't overdo it. Don't go YOLO too hard, because the Ancient actually has to explode if they don't call it GG. If it has 1 health point left and your entire team is dead, don't have buyback maybe. But not that most of them do, but still. You get what I mean, right? You can still lose the game from a position like this if you just straight up misplay. Illidan almost dying at this, and now Tomato silenced up. Follow control, okay, the bash is there onto ST, pops the BKB now. Tomato going up to Illidan once more. Being slowed down by Paxu though. Meanwhile, the Ancient is being taken care of, yeah, Thompson. BKB, Tornado, right clicks, one more, there it is. GG's gold! What a good game it was. SFTe-sports, they do not disappoint. Great plays all around. Who knew the Qualifier Invoker was still viable? Thompson is showing it once again here in this one. None of them even have crazy stats, is the other thing. Right? It was all just a very solid team effort. STSD just creating so much space in the early game. Nikwa solid, just slowing down the anti-mage just enough for Tomato to not be able to have an impact as early as you need to. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. What else can I say? I can get into the next lobby. This is game number 1 though. Stack will have another chance to punch their ticket in game number 2 coming up. Just a couple of moments, so don't go too far away.